Guys, any American can travel the world and make money in one of those two ways. And in fact, any Westerner, anyone who's from Canada, from the UK, England, Ireland, from Germany, France, or Australia, New Zealand, anyone who's from one of those so-called developed countries can make money in one of those two ways online pretty easily. All right. And in fact, you don't even need to be from one of those quote unquote developed countries to pull this off and to make this work. I'm not from any of these countries or places. All right. And I still do it. So, what are the two ways? Number one is I'm gonna give you the ways so you don't have to wait. And if you want to click off the video, click off the video. And then I'm gonna go more in depth for each one of those two. So, number one is make money selling advertising, selling online advertising for businesses, specifically local brick and mortar businesses, like dentists, massage therapists, gyms, restaurants, any of those, all right? Barber shops, not restaurants. Sorry, not restaurants. That's not a good one. At least not in my experience and not in my opinion. But anything like that, right? So doing Facebook ads, running Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Google ads, YouTube ads for these type of businesses, for this type of business owners in order to generate them leads for their business. Okay, that's the first way. And we're going to get back to it. Second way is to create a personal brand. Okay, specifically, I'm talking now about YouTube. Start making content, start creating videos. And if your life is not interesting, make it interesting. Do things that you can talk about and that would make other people want to listen to you and to watch your videos basically and learn from you and from your experiences and be interested in what you have to share. If your life is already interesting, you can do that. If it's not, make it interesting. All right, start traveling. It's so easy. There's so many people. There's so many people who do that. But so there's two ways, right? It's running Facebook ads and Instagram ads. That's what I do for businesses, specifically local businesses, local brick and mortar businesses. And number two, creating and developing a personal brand. Specifically, I'm talking now about creating a YouTube channel around your life, around a part of your life that is interesting, around something that you know and something that you can teach other people in exchange for compensation. Okay, so let's go back to the first one, okay? Because I kind of got a little deep into the personal brand, and I want to take a pause. Those are the two ways that you can make money online. Specifically, if you're from one of those quote unquote again developed countries, America, USA, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK. UK is not a country, but you get what I mean. Okay. Especially if you come from one of these countries. But it doesn't really matter. You can be from other countries as well. Like, I'm not from none of these countries or places myself, as I already said. Okay, and you can still make it happen. But Why do I say specifically if you are from one of these countries? Well, there's a few reasons. And we're gonna talk a little bit about Facebook ads and Instagram ads. You know, excuse me, doing that for your clients. So many of you think that the fact that you were born in America, for example, and by the way, I feel like I can talk a little bit about America. America is deep in my heart. It's a country that I truly love, and it is because of the people that I met there, specifically in Austin, Texas. All right, I stayed in America in 2023 for almost 6 months, half a year, and I've only interacted with Americans, or mainly Americans. So I did not search for any community for the people from my own country. So I just went straight. I landed straight in the middle of Americans, and it was a beautiful experience. I absolutely love America because of the people that I met there. So, anyways, I want to say that many of you probably think like, I've been born in this place, and this place is not what it used to be anymore. And why do I say this? Is because I cannot say that I really met people in person that would say that, but I did see a lot of videos on YouTube about people complaining about America, and I think there's fair points. And also, obviously, I've only stayed in a couple of places in America. I actually also visited Phoenix in Arizona, but that was it. Phoenix and Austin. But on the other hand, these people who are on YouTube, they also most probably only lived in one or two places in America. They haven't tried the whole America out, right? So obviously we can only talk from experience, but still, I see a lot of people trashing America. But if you come from America or one of those more sort of developed countries in the world, you have been blessed to be born there, all right? Take it as a blessing. It is a blessing. And why do I say that? It's because, for example, right now we're talking about Facebook ads and Instagram ads. You probably know people at your work, or maybe not at your work, but let's say maybe you know people at the gym. Maybe you that might have a business, or that might know someone that has a business. People at your church, if you're going to church, that might have a business or might know someone that has a business. People, you know, at what other example can I give you? People in your family, you know, acquaintances, friends, even people at your work. Maybe you have a few friends at your work who have some family members that have a business, all right? And why is this important? This is important because once you start learning the skill, like how to do a Facebook ad from A to Z, how to optimize it, how to make it work, and all those things, the first type of, like, your first client, you'll get it from here, from the low, like what I like to call low hanging fruit type of, I don't know, it is a low hanging fruit type of circle for you, or like type of prospects, let's say like that, low hanging fruit prospects, because you either know the person that has a business, or you know his friend, or you know, brother or sister or whoever, and they can introduce you, and you have an easier time pitching your service. And why is it important? Well, in US, you can easily charge $500 your first client, all right? And $1,000 to between $1,000 $2,000 can be quite the standard for you to charge as a retainer, as a fee for your services month by month, okay? Whereas if you come from a country that is, I don't know, that is not as quote unquote again developed, right? $500 can be a lot of money. Okay, can be a lot of money for them to risk it with you. But I'm giving this example because I've seen it be true. One of my coaching clients got their first client like that. You know, actually, my very first coaching client got their first client like that. You know, they knew someone, actually it was their barber. You know, they've been going there, cutting their hair at this barber for, I guess it was over 3 years at this point. And they pitched their service after just 1 week of working with me, and they were able to sell the service, you know, for a few $100s. And you might say, all right, few $100, that's not a lot of money. Yeah, but when you're not even like, you just started to learn the service a week ago and now you already have a paying client, I think it's good. And when you put it into perspective, I've spent $670, less than $700 actually, because I tracked this for 2 months in Thailand, everything included: rent, massages, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, phone bill, everything was under $700. So when you put that into perspective, if you're getting $300, $500 from your first client, all right, I mean that's already half the expenses in a different country. And you don't have to stay there, obviously. Once you develop the skills, you're more confident, you have a testimonial, it's easier to reach out to people and to sell them your services, right? And honestly, I mean, you only need about, 5-6 clients paying you $500 a month. And, you know, consistently paying you $500 a month. And you already make 3K. And imagine living in Thailand. I lived with under $700 per month. Well, let's say it cost you $1,000 to live in Thailand, right? Don't go to Bangkok or like those like very expensive places. Well, you're saving $2,000. And why? It's because you're blessed to be from one of those countries, because you can sell for more. You can sell your services for more. And trust me, you do have a huge advantage. You know, let's say you are from Seattle, okay? You have a huge advantage when you start cold calling or cold emailing, let's say barbershops in Seattle. Why? Because you're from there. You already, like they see you as familiar. Whereas me, if I cold call in Seattle from Eastern freaking Europe, that's a little, like, first of all, I need a different phone number. I need to buy a specific phone number, like at least specific to US, you know, from any of the states, if not specifically from the state where I'm calling, you know. Second, they will hear my accent. They will know I'm not from there. They will, like, instantly there will be lacking familiarity, you know. So you have a huge advantage. You have a huge advantage from being being from US, UK. You can do the same in UK, of course, Canada, because you're already from there. You're already from there, and you can charge higher price, and you can move out to a country that is much more affordable, that allows you to live a better life and to save at the same time. Now, and actually, this is not difficult to learn. Of course, I have a coaching program to sell you, you know. I'm not forcing you to buy it, but I do have a coaching program that I sell to people. And my guarantee is that you will learn how to deliver on a service like this, Facebook ads and Instagram ads, within 30 days. Okay? So within 30 days, you'll be able to run basic but efficient advertisements on Facebook and on Instagram for, you know, brick and mortar businesses, for any brick and mortar business, or almost any. Okay? Where you generate them leads, they call the leads, and they book them in for an appointment or for whatever they offer. All right. So yeah, if you're interested, you can contact me in the email that is in the description and in the pinned comment, or just learn it. Just learn it yourself. Watch YouTube videos from other people and try to piece everything together and learn it yourself. If you don't want to pay, that's okay. That's okay. But just know you can do it. You can do it. If me, not being from one of those countries or places, I was able to do it, why can't you? Why can't you? So my opinion is that anyone can do it, actually. All right. And second way is to actually create your brand. Okay. Personal brand, where you get in front of the camera just like I do right now and talk about whatever it is that you're passionate, whatever it is that you can monetize, and whatever it is that people would be finding interesting and useful. Okay, combine those three and you'll be able to make money. Okay, as I said earlier in the video, if your life is interesting, awesome, showcase your life. All right. If your life is not interesting, make it interesting. If my life was not interesting, just staying at home and working, I had the opportunity to make it interesting by leaving the country. And then I realized I can actually travel to different countries. So I make my life interesting to other people, because there are other people who want to do the same. Okay? If you have a skill, and by the way, most of the skills can be monetized, but if you have a skill that can be monetized, and as I said, most of the skills can be monetized, talk about that. If you don't have a skill yet, learn a new skill and talk about that. All right? It just so happens to me, my life is, I would say, interesting to some degree, because I'm traveling and I'm going to different places that I don't know much about, and I'm trying to learn more about the culture and experience the culture. And at the same time, excuse me, oh man, at the same time, I'm making money online, by doing Facebook ads, Instagram ads for businesses, for specifically local or brick and mortar businesses. All right. And by the way, you don't need to be the best in the world at what you do. You only need to be a few steps ahead of the people that you're trying to help. So I don't make, and I don't have to claim that I'm making $100,000 a month or $10,000 a month. I don't have to do that. And I don't want to do that. And I don't have to have a Lamborghini behind. Yeah, this is nice. It's a nice view, and I get it. Like me saying this right now with this view, but I don't always have this type of view behind me. It just so happens now. I don't have to pretend that I'm rich to attract the right type of people that want to work with me. Okay? Because I just want to be who I am, and I don't want to compromise myself. And I want to be able to sleep well at night. So I'm not rich, but I am making money online. I'm making enough money online to be able to travel the world and save a little bit as well at the same time. Okay? So if anyone is interested in learning from someone who is making only like $100,000 a month, or claiming to make that, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just a few steps ahead of the people that I'm working with, and I help them get to where I'm at, or close to where I'm at. Okay. I do my best in that regard. So it's the same with you. It's the same with you. Maybe you're thinking like, wow, well, I'm not an expert yet at the craft. Well, you don't have to be. And I think you're never, not like you will never be an expert, but you would never attain perfection I think I would always learn about marketing, you know. And there's always something more to learn about everything and anything, you know. Perfection is relative. It depends on what you compare it with. A perfect car 50 years ago was different probably than a perfect car today, right? So that's that. And man, like it's so easy, honestly. Just check on YouTube, see how many people just start traveling the world and they start making videos about how they travel the world. Just make your life a little more interesting. Just do that. Pack your bags and leave. And of course, I'm not gonna encourage you to do so if you have certain responsibilities, you have a family that you need to take care of, you have children, you have a wife, and also maybe even you're alone and you have debt and you have other responsibilities, you have to take care of a few things before you take that leap of faith. But be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Is it fear? Is it unjustifiable fear that stops you from doing these things? Or is it in fact something that can be justified? You know? Be honest with yourself. What is it? What is it? But that's it. That's it, guys. I don't want to make this video much longer than it already is. I think it's already extremely long. Any American, and in fact anybody, can make money in one of those two ways. You have to do them smartly, of course. It's not just about uploading videos on YouTube and you'll get a lot of subscribers and make a lot of money. It's not just about that. That is a part, of course. You have to do that. But you have to have a strategy, and you can actually make money before you're even monetized by YouTube. That's what I do, you know. Again, not a lot of money, but pretty good amounts, I would say, or decent amounts that would allow you to live in countries that are a little more affordable than your own. Okay? I hope this video served as an inspiration and it also offered a little bit of information and knowledge to you. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you found this video helpful, like it, and see you in the next video.